Well, hey guys, Mason here. I'm out scrubbing in a new rear tire on the KLR. Put a fresh TKC 80 on for the trip. Anyway, what I thought we would do today is, I've had all this gear now for a couple years, and I keep getting questions on how it's holding up and how it's doing, and I think what I'll do is sort of run down the list, and we'll call it Gear Review Sunday. All right, stick around. We'll get into this. So I might as well start at the top and work my way down. As you likely already know, my helmet is a Fly, and I believe mine was the second generation. I think there was the first one came out, then the one I'm wearing, and they have a new one out now. Let's start by saying this has been an excellent helmet for me. It's very inexpensive to purchase new. I bought it for the big visor. I bought it for the open viewing port. The fact that with the face shield up, without taking the face shield up, you can put goggles on. And not only that, with the high pivot point, you can actually close your face shield over your goggles. So that's a huge thing. This one has the rib on the back of the helmet for helping to hold the goggle strap. It's got a nice peak on it that allows you to, with a single hand, adjust the screw and pivot it up or down. You don't do that much. You do that twice and then it gets set where it needs to go. But still, I don't have to take the screw out, move it to a separate hole, and put the screw back in. It's not quiet compared to some of the top end ones, but it's not awful. It seals nice, it vents nice, it moves good air. I get good sound on my microphone with it. My search is still on for what I think may be the perfect helmet, but I have a sneaking suspicion that my perfect helmet is the one I'm wearing. So I may just be in line for a new Fly. I have to do some research on the new ones and see what they changed. I'm not entirely sure, but that might be the direction I'm headed. Anyway, Fly helmet, 2 thumbs up from Mason's ADV. Next thing on the list would be jackets. I have a Montreal 2.0 jacket that I wear spring and fall, and obviously in the rain because it has a waterproof membrane in it. And it's part of the jacket. You don't take it on and off. It's Hypora, which is a different version of Gore-Tex. Seriously, if you get into this type of rain and can be dry, that's pretty good gear. That has been a great jacket. Its only downfall is the weight and its level of warmth. It's very warm jacket. Even with all the vents open, because of the Hypora lining, it doesn't really get airflow right to the surface of your body. So once it gets above 25 degrees out, 26 degrees out, you want to be switching to something different. But that's the Oxford Montreal 2.0 jacket. It gets 2 thumbs up too. Now in the heat of the summer, like today for example, I'm wearing my Field Shear mesh jacket. Now this was a spontaneous buy. I didn't really plan this one out. I didn't even know I was looking for one until they came on sale and I picked one up. I think I paid $120 for this jacket. So as you can imagine, my expectations were quite low for that price point. But man, is this a well-built jacket. It's mesh everywhere, 100% mesh. It came with armor. I did put my own back pad in it. And this has been a great jacket for those summer days. Matter of fact, there's certain days I just wouldn't be able to ride without it. It does still get warm if you stop on the trail, but it's a lot better than any other sealed jacket on the market, that's for sure. It stood up really well considering it is the one that I wear through most of the off-road stuff that I do, which tends to be more in the summer months when things dry up a bit. So it's taken a fair bit of abuse. I just put it through the washer there last week and it looks like a brand new jacket again. All the seams are holding up, nothing's split, nothing's let go. It's great. Pretty impressed. Field Shear mesh. Another 2 thumbs up from Mason's ADV. Then I have my pants. They are the Ranger 2.0 by Oxford. Very similar to the jacket in build and in design. They also have the Hypora liner, which is built right into the pants, does not come out. It's waterproof 100% of the time. It also has an internal liner, a heat liner that can be installed or taken out. Pros and cons. Cons are it's a little warm in the heat of the summer. Pros, the waterproof, the ability to zip up the two little vents and be very cozy if it gets cool or wet. Great in the spring, great in the fall. They have also stood up well. It's showing no signs of rips or tears. This gear all has about 15,000 kilometers on it, by the way. Am I happy with them? Yes. Do they do everything? No. Unfortunately not. They're just a little warm in the summer. Gloves. I have found myself to be a fairly big fan of Five gloves. They build a good glove and they're reasonably priced. I'm gonna have to get the names for you and I'll put them in here. These ones are the mesh ones that flow a ton of air, as you can see. And these have been great this summer. But I also have a pair that's made out of like a neoprene material, which are amazing spring and fall gloves. Both of them are a short cuff. I don't do gauntlet style anymore. They're comfortable, they fit nice, they break in beautifully. They do stand up. Now, I wear these every day, don't even think about it, but I have friends that have gloves that are built by bigger name companies, and the stitchings let go and they've had to have them replaced, but the company has a great warranty, so it still is, it all gets fixed. But hell, what if it just didn't need to be fixed in the first place? That's just my thought. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe other guys can chime in and say that they've had Five gloves that fell apart. But as of now, they're inexpensive. They do what they're supposed to do. They stand up and they're comfortable. So Five gloves. 2 thumbs up from Mason's ADV. Another thing that I find incredibly handy is a buff. For those of you that don't know what a buff is, I will show you here. It's a thing you pull over your head. You can wear it like a hat. You can pull it down around your neck. Old Mason always used to run with a silk scarf. It's kind of the same idea. It keeps bugs and debris from pelting you right in the Adam's apple. It also allows air to flow. The other thing you can do with it is soak it in water and pull it on on a hot day. Really helps keep you cool. Other benefits are you can pull it up over your nose like a mask when you get into dusty environments. That's a great addition to your complement of gear, I'll tell you. I guess they're not cheap for what they are, but they're built well, they stand up, they never wear out. You'll likely want to get a couple because they get kind of grimy. But other than that, yeah, a buff. Or as old Mason would call them, a neckerchief. Which brings me down to my feet. A good pair of wicking socks. Something in the weatherproof line. I get mine at Mark's Work Warehouse. Melon One gets his from Climb. Just something that pulls the moisture away from your feet. So if you do get wet down your Gore-Tex boots, or just if your feet are sweating, it helps pull it away and they don't get really gross. And on a long trip, they don't start falling apart. Healthy feet is key to a good trip. And to cover my socks, the one thing that I did spend a lot of money on was my boots. That was a decision that I made early on. I knew right away that I wanted a pair of Gore-Tex boots. And really your options are the CDs and the Alpine Stars. I believe both are an excellent boot. I don't think you can go wrong. My street boots were a CD, very well armored, great protection, but a very, very, very narrow toe box. So I highly suggest that if you're looking for a pair of boots, you go in and try them on somewhere. At least try on one of them so you know that one fits and one doesn't. Because if you find the CD narrow, you'll find the Alpine Stars perfect. If you find the Alpine Stars really sloppy in the toe, then you're going to likely be a CD guy. Now that's just my 2 cents on it. I am not a footwear specialist, but having owned a pair of each, that's my finding. What ones did I get? I got the Alpine Stars because I found the CDs kind of bound on me, and I knew that these are a boot that not only am I wearing them on the bike, but I tend to do a lot of walking in them. So the Alpine Stars, it was the top of their line, the Toucan, Gore-Tex, and they're fairly expensive. So I want them to last. I had read some reviews online where guys were having trouble with their stitching. I can tell you right now, I have found none of that. My boots are the same now as they were the day they came out of the box, just a little muddier. Everything's standing up. The stitching's holding up. The TPU armor's holding up. Where the armor crosses the leather, it's not wearing. The buckles are perfect. Now, they are all metal buckles, but they're standing up. The level of waterproof is still right at its peak. I was wading through a creek the other day and nothing leaked. They have been absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend them. Well worth the money if you have the budget. If you don't have the budget, I think it's a piece of gear that's worth saving for. Get yourself an inexpensive pair of riding boots for the time being and start saving your money up for that. Especially if you do what we do, where you're crossing the odd puddle, you're crossing the odd creek, and when you have your waterproof pants pulled down over top of your waterproof boots, boy, it makes for a great day. I can say safely, judging by what I've found, I do believe you get what you pay for. Alpine Star Toucan boots, 2 thumbs up. Very, very impressed. I know that was a bit of a long one, guys, but it pretty much gets you up to date on all the gear that I wear. These are long-term reviews. Some of it I've had longer than others. Obviously the mesh jacket I haven't had as long. These gloves I've only had this season. I hope that helps. I know a lot of you were wondering how the stuff's holding up, and I'm very impressed with everything I own. And I'm typically not easy on my gear, I'll tell you that right now. My friends have always said if you needed something torture tested, give it to me. So there's the gear review, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that helps. Links are in the description below. Like it if you liked it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. That's it for me. Mind how you go. Mason, out. It's like a roller coaster. Hey guys, if you liked that video, hit the thumbs up button for us. It goes a long way towards helping out the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button in the upper corner for new videos every Sunday. Be glad to have you along for the ride.